I know it's super dark right now, but we're gonna do a little video comparison of before and after for these LEDs I just bought for this truck. They're the Auxbeam 6000K, I think. I don't think I got the 8000, but I'm gonna show you the before. Let me see if I can find a better location. All right, so here's the problem. This is low beams, and this is high beams. That's kind of a problem. I'll show you outside. So the problem I'm having is, especially nights like tonight where it's really rainy and just overcast or dark completely, it's kind of hard to see at night and it's a little frustrating. Even my high beams, I guess just from the fogged lenses and, you know, halogens in general aren't the greatest in comparison to lighting nowadays, in my opinion. I know many people argue that, and that's fine, but you know, I really wanted to do LEDs. I love that blue look, which is why I opted for the 6000K. And we're gonna go ahead and pop those in and see a difference. But I'm gonna try and do a road test real quick so you guys can get an idea. So you guys can kind of tell right now already that this is sort of a problem. It's a little bit easier to see in real life, but on the camera, it's kind of really hard to see. And the ISO is already bumped up a little bit. So I didn't want to exaggerate it too much, but I kind of wanted to give an idea on, you know, roughly what it's like driving at night. Like I said too, it's a little bit easier than this, but it does still really suck. So I'm hoping with putting in these LEDs, it's going to be perfectly right. And it might come down to something stupid, like it's just angled wrong, that the previous owner did. I didn't actually check that. I probably will do that while we're doing the LEDs, but this is just for comparison to see what it's going to be like before and after they're in. This is a little bit better. This is with the ISO bumped up a little bit more, just to give a little bit better of a representation. I just didn't want it to distort too much with the lower ISO, or with bumping it up, so I had it lower. But I guess this shouldn't be too bad. This should probably be closer to what it really is, vision-wise. And like I said, it's still pretty damn sketchy. One more on the front, and then we'll start slapping these new dudes in. All right, here's our sweet little package from Auxbeam. So we're gonna crack this open. Sweet little packaging, I guess. Not too hateful. All right, and here's what the box looks like. Not bad. For being China brand, it doesn't look too cheap, I guess. On the side here, you're gonna have which bulb you selected or bought. And as you can see, I have the 9006. I don't know why it's not focusing. But yeah, you can get it in all these other ones. So if you're interested for your car or truck or, you know, motorcycle, it'll work out for you too. Oh, that's cool. I actually didn't see these on another video that I saw another guy upload. So I guess they're stepping it up with stickers. That's pretty cool. And here's the little bulb guys with their connectors at the end there. Let's see if that'll focus a little better. Doesn't look too bad. Alright, let's get to putting these guys in. On a real note though, this guy down here is what we're replacing. So this one you should actually be able to do just by hand. Let's see. Don't want to crush the connector there. Come on, buddy. Alright. Just don't want to wiggle it too much and break anything. I mean, unless you're into that thing, I guess it really doesn't matter. But to save yourself from blasting glass everywhere, that's what we're getting. And then we got to pull it off. I don't know if I'll be able to do that on camera with the angle I'm at, but you literally, let's see if I can pull it. That connector down there is what we're pulling off and then replacing with the old one and then screwing it back in there. Alright, first bulb out. Time to go swap it with this guy. Come on, buddy. Alright. So like I was saying, we just have to plug this connector into that and then screw this in, and it should be a perfect fit from what I understand. If not, I guess we'll figure something out from there. Alright, it's a little weird fitting it in there. As you can see, it almost looks a little cockeyed, but it is actually in there. It's just because this little cover or shroud or whatever you want to call it is kind of in the way. But that's one end. Haven't done that side yet, so I guess while we have one end, let's kind of compare them. Oh yeah, world of a difference brighter. I can't wait to see these on the road and actually be able to see. Here's why on K1500s is a little bit more difficult, because you have your battery sitting here, so you can't necessarily get in there too well without having really skinny hands, and unfortunately I kind of don't. So I'll try it, but if not, we might have to just pull the battery to pull that out, put it in, put the battery back in, and go from there. To make this a little bit easier on ourselves, we're just going to go ahead and undo this tie down. And then that way we can move the battery a little bit and then hopefully get to that a lot easier. Let's see here. Move that. So then we should... Oh yeah, that's plenty of room to get in there. Alright, cool. Got that guy. Now we're just going to swap this one over with the LED. And same thing as the other side, just plug it in and then wire it up, or plug it in and then screw it back in. But this one will be a little bit more tricky because it's, you might not be able to tell, but it's even tighter of an area. So I'm going to try and go ahead and do that. Yeah, there's a really tight area in here. I'm going to try and go ahead and fit this in real quick. Alright, since we were having trouble getting the fitment on these right, I went ahead, took this bolt out, and then we're working on this second one over here so we can actually pull the headlight out and screw these in properly. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. All right, so the headlight should come out now. All right, we're gonna take a slightly different approach to this, just because it's so tight and I can't even twist it once it's in there. We're gonna try and get it from this side. Unfortunately, it sucks because this brush guard, but I'm gonna try and get it from this angle, feed it back through, and then plug it back in, and it should work like that. So let me see if I can do that. Super tricky, but we got it to work. So now I just gotta feed that back through, plug it in, fix the headlight, well, put the headlight back in place, screw it back down, and then we'll test the lighting from there. All right, headlight's all lined up. We just have to feed these in. Actually, I think I'm gonna start with, where is it? This side over here. It sucks trying to keep angling this the right way, but we'll figure it out. Whoops. All right, that's one. We just got to put in this last one here. Should be fairly lined up. Let's see. Oh, there we go. That's good lighting. Probably got to be pushed in a little more. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. One. Two. All right, time to get the, actually we still have to plug this in real quick. Right, everything's connected. Tuck that a little bit more so it's not super exposed. And then we will get the battery back in place. All right. We got to get this tie down in. Just line it up, then we'll hit it with the impact. Not going anywhere. All right, let's test this out now. Don't forget to clean up your tools. See what we got. Oh yeah, that's a shit ton better. This is where we were before at about 2000 ISO, and you can already see that it's definitely going to shine a lot on the road. So I guess I'll do the 2000 and then also the 4000 to compare on the road to see how everything goes. But I definitely, let's see, it's kind of cutting it. You can see the ambers for the parking lights. I want to do those LED too, and it's kind of weird because this one's a little bit lighter than this one. You can sort of tell. But yeah, I guess that's going to be the next plan. So let's do a road test. This will be a good comparison, I think. So here is high beams, and if you guys remember from the last footage, it's kind of similar. It's basically exactly the same as the low beams. And then these are the LEDs. So it's got a little bit more field of depth, which is cool. But also keep in mind, this is in a really dark area too. So once I do the high beams, I'm sure they'll blast all over the place. But this is at the 4K, and then if we drop it down to 2000, I guess we'll keep it at 4, just because it's more, I don't want to say natural, but it's closer to what I'm seeing. So I feel like that would help you guys out a lot too. So far I'm loving it. You can actually see shit. And if it's a little, I guess blurry, also keep in mind that it's raining too. So the glass is a little fogged up. There's also no streetlights back, well, I don't want to say no streetlights back here. You can kind of see one up there, but there's probably maybe 3 or something on this road. There's not a whole lot. So also keep in mind that everything is, for the most part, pitch black back here, I guess. And I keep switching back and forth between high beams and low beams to kind of give the difference. I'm also curious what people think when you're driving to see if these are super bright or not. But yeah, so far I am definitely impressed. This is awesome. I was gonna hit the high beams, but there's a car coming. Yeah, so that's high beams, and then back to lows. Or let's do it without the light. High beams, lows. You can already tell that once I do the high beams in LED, it's gonna be a world of a difference for brightness. Oh wow, that looks creepy over there. Oh, one more time in complete darkness. Not too bad. I think this car is getting LEDs next, honestly.